Hello everyone, welcome back to another weekly energy reading. If you are catching me on YouTube, thanks for coming by and checking out my YouTube channel. I really hope that this weekly energy reading supports you today. If you're watching on Facebook, because I'm streaming this video originally from Facebook on my Facebook business page, let me know that you caught the replay in the comments below, and feel free to share any thoughts, questions, comments, insights with me in the comments below, no matter where you're watching from. If this is your first time tuning into one of my videos and you don't know who I am, my name is Stef. I am the Psychic Soul Alignment Coach, and what I do is I work with spiritual entrepreneurs and spiritual people to help them to do very deep levels of healing work to align themselves with who they truly are. And as a result of this greater soul alignment, they're able to then create success in life as well as in business. Now, every Monday I do the weekly energy reading for my Facebook business page, and then I upload those videos to YouTube. This week is an interesting week, so that didn't happen. I'm doing this video on Tuesday and it's being uploaded on Tuesday. But yeah, I normally do weekly energy readings on Tuesdays on YouTube, and then I do my best to bring forward teachings or messages on Thursdays and Saturdays as well here on YouTube. So if you would like to receive those messages, those teachings, then definitely be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification button, change your settings to all so that you never miss out on these video teachings and you get to benefit from them, because it's actually just free coaching, free support that I give you in regards to going on your spiritual awakening journey, your ascension process, and stepping into spiritual entrepreneurship, doing healing work, that kind of stuff. So if that interests you, feel free to subscribe. So let's get into today's weekly energy reading. I channeled on this yesterday with my guides, asking them what we needed to know about the weekly energy reading. And I kept hearing transcendence. Transcendence is a theme this week, apparently. And this is what we're going to be experiencing. Is it's really time to transcend. It's time to move beyond something that has been troubling us, has been weighing on us, has been impacting us in some kind of way, from moving forward in the direction of who we truly are and what we truly desire to create in life. And so it's time to really transcend those things and to really allow ourselves to live life more freely. So let me just go ahead and read verbatim the actual message that I channel wrote, and then I'll just go into it with more detail, okay? But this is the message that I got for this week. This week is a week to choose to break barriers that have never been crossed before, or to break free from that which has been weighing heavily on your spirit. It's time for many of you to move on from your old ways, and one of the best ways to be able to do this is by asking yourselves, is this making me happy? Does this excite my spirit? Does this feel expansive? You see, many of you have been dimming your own spirits. You've been holding yourself back to tight and rigid ways of being. You've been doing things out of practicality, out of being accepted, out of fear. It's time for you to move beyond that this week and to allow your true nature to be expressed, seen, heard, and felt. It's time for you to let go of practices, structures, routines, etc. that feel heavy or constricting, and to instead choose to be free. Many of you have been chasing after a carrot, or you've been holding on to things tightly, like a dog on a bone, unwilling to let things go. And this chase is what has left you feeling fatigued, worn out, frustrated. This is heavy on your spirit. Do what is fun instead. Enjoy yourselves, live a little, love life, break free from the norm. So let me elaborate a little bit more on that. Is this month of September, okay, if you watched my September energy reading, I do monthly energy readings on YouTube. So make sure you catch those. The October reading will be up sometime soon. But September is a powerful month to manifest. And many of us have been focused on those manifestations. We've been wanting to bring them about. However, some of us have been holding on too tightly to those manifestations. We've been chasing after them, or we've been really holding on to them tightly that we don't allow ourselves to really be able to receive them. And it's time to transcend that. It's time to let that go, let that chase go, drop that chase, drop that holding on tightly, because that's what's been making us feel tired, worn out, frustrated, heavy in some kind of way. And it's time to really drop that and to enjoy life more, instead of chasing after that thing that we want or holding so tightly onto that thing that we want. Because holding on to these things or chasing after these things is what's dimming our own spirit. It's what is causing us to feel heavy at this time, or lethargic in some kind of way. So it's time to really release that and to let go of this pressure that we have maybe been placing on ourselves or the things that we desire, and to instead just enjoy life and trust that it's all going to come in when it's supposed to, when it's meant to, and that all is well and is underway, and that it's just working out, that it'll show up when it needs to, instead of continuing to rob ourselves of the opportunity of really enjoying life and being present with life and flowing with life just because we want that thing to happen now, right? So it's time to transcend that old way of being, okay, around manifesting our desires, and to instead just enjoy, have a good time, okay? Now, the other thing as well in regards to this is that this week is really a powerful week to transcend something that we've been working towards probably all month long on some level, or even beyond that for some level, that we've been working on letting go of, that has been really keeping us from being who we truly are. So take it as it resonates to you, but what is it that you feel has been keeping you back, has been keeping you in the shadows, has been keeping you small, has been keeping you feeling unworthy, or whatever it is? What has been going on that has been dimming your spirit in some kind of way? What belief patterns do you have? What habits and behaviors do you have? What structures have you been implementing that have made you feel restricted or confined or small, or incapable, this kind of thing? And it's time to really transcend that this week, to really let that go and move beyond that, and choose to no longer buy into that, choose to just say, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done. Like, this is my life. I want to be happy. I want to enjoy it. I want to be the highest expression of myself, and I'm going to just be that, right? And for some of you who have been actively releasing something, this week is probably going to be the week where you've gotten to the point where you've been practicing releasing, that at this point you're just like, whatever, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not gonna give in to that anymore, moving beyond that. And you're just gonna let it go and surrender it over, and just be like, I'm moving beyond this. Like, I'm tired of figuring this out, or I'm tired of holding on to this. I'm just letting it go. I'm moving forward with my life. And you're gonna finally transcend that and just start being you, living for you, doing what makes you happy, living in a way that's truly in alignment with your soul, that really brings you joy, really brings you happiness, fulfillment, and just start doing that. So this is, what this week is about, is transcendence on many different levels, and really just overall just transcending that old way of being, these old patterns, these things that have been keeping our spirit confined and small, and not really allowing us to really soar and to be free and be more of who we truly are, and just dropping that so that we can really feel lighter in ourselves and feel happy within ourselves and feel like we're flowing with life again. And also being who we want to be now in spite of circumstances. So this is also with regards to manifestation. What is coming through is that, the reason that some people have been holding on to that manifestation that they want so tightly, like a dog on a bone, or they've been chasing after it so tightly, is because some people feel like they need that to finally feel a certain way, to finally prove certain things about themselves, to finally believe in certain things that they've been wanting to believe in. And it's time for you to transcend that. It's time for you to transcend your physical 3D reality, and not be impacted by it in what you think is possible for you, and to choose to be like, you know what, I don't care if the manifestation isn't here yet. I know who I really am. I know what's mine, and I'm just going to continue to choose to just be that, feel that, trust that it's happening, trust that it's unfolding, believe in that. And I'm just going to transcend whatever is going on around me, and I'm just going to live in that experience right now. I don't care. And just transcending that and being who you want to be already, living what you want to live already to the best of your ability, without needing these things first and foremost to trust in that and believe in that. So that's also part of the transcendence this week, is, really just letting go of what has been keeping you from being the highest version of yourself, and just dropping that and moving forward. And stepping forward powerfully into who you truly are this week. No longer identifying with old belief patterns, behaviors, thoughts, traumas. Really just choosing to focus yourself so strongly to be like, whatever, I'm going to get where I want to get to anyway. It's done. It's happening. This is who I am now. This is what it is now. And these things are not going to hold me back anymore. These things are not going to keep me small or feeling helpless or whatever it is anymore. I'm going to do me. I'm going to be willing enough to be the true me. Because one of the reasons that there has been a bit of a challenge or struggle with transcending this old way of being to step into more of who you truly are and the life that you truly desire is because you haven't felt safe to really be this version of yourself. You haven't really trusted. You haven't really believed. That's what's keeping you attached to, behaviors, routines, situations, people, etc. Just old ways that have been keeping you small. Okay? There's been this fear of letting go and being who you really are, moving in the direction you want to go in, because you feel like if you let go, then something's not going to work out, something's not going to happen. So let me give you a good example of this, right? Or something bad could happen. One of the things that I have to actively work on for myself is working on enjoying life more. And that has to be a conscious practice for me, because my default is I'm a little worker bee and I do things and I just like getting things done and moving forward, okay? And this is my default, but my soul, my spirit knows I don't have to constantly be doing these things. I can flow with life and relax and allow things to flow more to me. And I've been doing that for the last few years, which is why my life has become easier and there is a lot more flow and things coming in. However, it's about stepping into another level of that at this time and learning to let go of, conscious and unconscious things that have been weighing me down from really being able to just be more carefree and love life more and just be and enjoy myself more, and learning to let those things go so that this version of myself can truly come forward, right? And so that's the thing here, is that you are also being asked to transcend some old stuff that you got to let go of to be more of the true you, so that you're more in alignment with who you really are. You're in congruence with your beliefs, and you're living from this space more. And the more that you hold on to the old ways, the more you're going to feel weighed down inside of you, and you're going to feel that friction, that challenge, that tug of war inside of you, or maybe in life with your reality. But you got to let that go and choose to transcend that and choose to be like who you really are. So for me, it's about choosing to transcend that old identity, that old self that has to constantly, be doing things and have, be sitting in front of the computer doing the stuff or whatever it is, and choosing to transcend that and just be like, you know what? I am my higher self now. I am more of this joyful being. I love life more carefree. I'm more of this. I'm more relaxed. I'm more chill. And just choosing to be that and just focusing on that, transcending. That's who I am now. Instead of continuing to engage in old patterns or beliefs or old ways of being. Does that make sense? Choosing to break free from the norm, because one of the reasons why unconsciously I have resisted enjoying life more is because I haven't felt safe to enjoy life more for so many different reasons, connected to my upbringing, my experiences in life. So unconsciously, there's that part of me that's like, but you got to do this, or you got to think about this, or you got to worry about this, or whatever. And it's about like learning to be like, no, I don't have to do that anymore. I've transcended that. Like, this is who I am now. This version of me, I'm trusting, I'm surrendering, I'm flowing. It's all good. I know it's working out, whatever. And that's who I am, and just being that, right? So many of us at this time have been working on letting go parts of ourselves that we needed to let go of to become more of who we truly are and have the lives that we want. And it's time to really transcend that this week. And it's time for us to really feel safe enough within ourselves to let these old parts go, these old things go, old structures, old routines, habits, ways of being, patterns, whatever it is, to let that go and know that we're safe to let that go, and safe to be who we are now, who we really are, and to create more of the life that we want now. Choosing to transcend that once and for all, instead of continuing to drag it. So as you go about your week this week and you're taking action on certain things in your life, when you're feeling heavy, when you're feeling weighed down, when you're feeling tight or constricted, like that's a really great opportunity for you to recognize that, raise your awareness and say, hold on a second, like what's going on here? What is this really about? And choosing to see what needs to be done differently so that you can feel more expansive instead of contracted, so that you can feel more excited instead of depressed, so that you can feel happier instead of sad or frustrated or angry or whatever it is, right? This is about really transcending a lot of things that you've got to let go of at this time to really allow more of your true nature and self to be felt, seen, expressed, witnessed, embodied by you. It's time to transcend that, right? So I pulled some cards for this weekly energy reading, and the card that I pulled yesterday, I had this Divine Director card. I pulled some cards yesterday and today, and yesterday was Divine Director, and it was talking about how, your life is unfolding one step at a time. Trust in the process. Trust in how it's unfolding. This is especially true for those of you who are actively manifesting something and you've been having challenges with manifesting that. Again, referring to the dog on a bone type of thing that I mentioned earlier, or chasing after that carrot. This is about you really trusting, like, hey, your manifestation is coming to fruition, it's coming to pass, all in divine timing. Like, relax, let go, Trust. Everything is working out the way it's supposed to. And just stop holding on so tightly and just enjoy your life and just enjoy the process, enjoy the unfolding of it. Instead of focusing on maybe why it's not here or whatever it is, like stop stressing yourself about it. Transcend that stress, that pressure, that worry that you've been putting on yourself, and just be who you really are. Enjoy life, flow with life. Trust that everything is working out one step at a time, right? And how that Divine Director card also relates to those of you who are feeling way down, and maybe you're feeling heavy and you're like, I want things to change. I don't know why I'm feeling miserable. I'm feeling so heavy. You got to trust that your life is unfolding one step at a time, and that the heaviness is part of that. The heaviness is showing you where you need to make adjustments one step at a time to allow more of your true self to come forward. But you got to listen. You got to recognize that. That's where self-awareness is important there. And you have to make different choices. So you have to recognize with the heaviness or with the misalignment that comes up for you, that this is an opportunity that you're being given to make the necessary shifts to transcend old patterns, old ways of being, whatever it is, to align yourself with more of who you truly are. And that each and every single step that you choose to take is really part of your path unfolding the way that it needs to. That you're being guided and supported in making whatever shifts you need to step into more of who you truly are in the life that you desire. But you have to make those shifts. You can't just ask for more alignment in your life and then have the universe show you where you're misaligned and then you do nothing to correct the misalignment, because that's crazy. Like, how's it ever going to get any better for you? You have to be willing to do your part as well. Okay, this is a co-creative process. This is you choosing to consciously create your life, not telling the universe to do it for you necessarily. Like, you have to consciously choose that for yourself. So that was that card that I got yesterday, as well as this card as well. This is Archangel Michael in this deck. It's called You Are Protected, and that has to do a lot with the fact that many of us, again, have been unwilling to or unconsciously resisting transcending the stuff that we've been needing to transcend because we've been feeling unsafe. We've been feeling like we're not supported. Like in my case with the whole situation with joy and letting go of maybe working so much or doing things or whatever it is, right? Like, one of the reasons, for me, and this is for a lot of people as well, a lot of times we've been conditioned this way, is like we have to be doing things or actively like working on something to manifest it, to bring it about, which is true to a certain extent. We do have to take a certain level of action, but not as much action as we think we need to take. And so sometimes we're unwilling to let go of this part of ourselves that's like, no, but I got to do this. And that's why you're constantly like doing something or thinking about something or working on something, worrying about it, whatever. You're unwilling to let that go because you feel like if you're not directly involved, it's not going to come in, it's not going to manifest, it's not going to show up, right? And that's really what it's about, that you don't really trust that you are supported, that you are protected, that it is working out. So you have to learn to transcend that fear, that egoic part of yourself that is trying to control everything and manipulate everything. You got to learn to transcend that and to just relax and just be like, you know what, I'm taking my hand off of the steering wheel. I'm just going to let Jesus take over the wheel, or the universe, or whoever, and just be like, listen, you just work it out for me. And I'm just going to go on for the ride. I'm just going to let go and trust that I'm being supported. Just got to let go. So this is part of you transcending, whatever fears you may have. You got to know that you're loved and supported in this process, and it's okay to transcend these old ways. It's okay for you to step more towards what you desire. Then the other cards that I got today, just now while I was pulling cards, just to see if there were any additional messages, were these cards. This is Goddess Diana and a Focus Your Mind card. So the Diana card actually says focused intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome. And then the Focus Your Mind card is this one. And basically I feel like how this message is coming forward today with these cards is like, you have to be willing to transcend whatever is impacting you in your external world, or your internal world, and you have to focus your mind on what it is that you really want. Do you want to live a life with more authenticity? Do you want to have more success? Do you want to have more well-being, a greater impact? Whatever it is, like, focus on that and just claim it and just transcend whatever you feel is standing in the way of that. Don't wait for things to be aligned or be perfect or show up or whatever for you to believe that that's who you really are already, or what you are, what your reality is, like your desired reality is. Like, just focus on the outcome that you want, how you would like to feel based on what you're wanting to create or manifest, how would you like to feel, and then just focus on that and just be that. Transcend whatever is standing in your way or you feel is standing in your way from claiming that now. Does that make sense? So this is a little bit different from what I was saying earlier with the chasing the carrot or the dog on the bone. When you're working on manifesting something, sometimes it's people chase after it and they're like, okay, maybe I need to do this to get it. Maybe I need to do this to get it. Maybe I need to do this to get it. And they're like chasing after that, or they're holding onto it like a dog on a bone because they're like, okay, I need to get it. I know it's coming. And they're like forcing it and they're holding so tightly to that. But this week is a week to just let those strategies go. Like, let them go and just be like, what do you want? What is that manifestation? How would you like for it to feel, make you feel? And then, cool, claim it. Transcend whatever you think is keeping you from doing that or feeling that right now. Just be like, this is my reality now, you know? This is what it is now. And I'm just going to feel this way now. I'm going to think these thoughts now. I'm going to believe this now. And that's it. And I'm just transcending and I'm just focused on that. And I'm not chasing after it thinking I need to do this, this, and this, and this to get it, or holding on so tightly thinking the tighter I hold on to it, the faster I'll get it. No, I'm just going to be it. I'm just going to transcend it. This is what it is now. I'm focusing my thoughts, my energy, my emotions, everything on that. That's what it is. That's the only reality that I'm existing in right now, and just being that, you know? So that's what these cards are really all about. And then this is a leap of faith card that came out as well. And really what I feel like that leap of faith card is really all about is in regards to this, you know, when we have been unwilling to let go of our old patterns and stuff and really drop that in order to come back to more of who we truly are, when we've been unwilling to do that, how do I explain it? Okay, hold on, let me backtrack. Okay, the leap of faith card for me is an opportunity for us to take a leap of faith and to let go of that fear that we've been having, of letting go of that need to control things, of letting go of becoming more of this version of ourselves or creating more of this life that we want. Like, we have to take a leap of faith of whatever has been keeping us from being more of who we truly are and living lives that are more authentic to us. We got to just be willing to be like, I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go for it and choose to do things differently from how I've done them, you know, and just do my best to transcend that fear that I might have around being this different version of myself or living this greater life or living more authentically. I'm just going to transcend that fear and just be willing to do things differently, show up differently. Yeah, you know, that kind of thing. And just doing it, transcending it, right? Through taking that leap of faith. So for example, this week I have a Facebook community. So if you're interested in joining my Facebook community, if you're watching this, you're more than welcome to check me out and come and join us. The links to my Facebook community are in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube. And we set intentions every Monday. Well, it's a lot of things that we do on Monday. And one of those things that we can do is setting intentions. And I set the intention this week to just do things differently from the way I normally do it. Since currently I'm in the process of embracing more joy, more flow, more ease, more happiness and stuff, I'm just going to be like, you know what, all the normal things that I usually do for my week or whatever, like, screw it, I'm taking a leap of faith, I'm throwing that out the window. I don't know what's going to happen this week. but I'm just gonna be, and I'm just gonna enjoy, and I'm just gonna be happy, and I'm just gonna flow with life and not have any particular schedule or whatever that I gotta stick to other than like certain commitments I have. But I'm just gonna allow it to just be whatever it needs to be, and I'm gonna let go of the part of me that is like, oh, but you gotta do this and you gotta do that, or you know, whatever. I'm just gonna choose to let that go and just take that leap of faith and just be like, no, you know what would life look like to me when I'm being this highest version of myself, living in joy, living in flow and ease, being more of this version of myself that embodies my spiritual truths on a higher level, and just living life from this space. Like, what does that look like? And just be that all week. Be willing to let go of the old part of myself that's used to certain structures or routines or ways of doing things. Just taking that leap of faith and just being like, hey, you know, what would life be like if I just throw it all out the window and choose to be different, you know, this week, and see what goes, you know, see what happens. So yeah, you know, that's the message that I have for you today. I really hope that everything that I said helped you in some kind of way. But yeah, this week is a week to transcend a lot of stuff that we have needed to let go of in order to free our spirits, be who we truly are, live life from a place of more joy and fun and ease and flow, and letting go of things that interfere with that. And yeah, you know, creating more of the life that we truly desire. So I really hope that has helped you. If it has, please let me know in the comments below what you thought of this reading, how it resonated with you, how it spoke to you. Wherever you're watching from, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, a like wherever you're watching from, if you enjoyed this reading today. And yeah, you know, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, make sure to do that. Again, I will have the October energy reading up probably sometime next week. For you to listen to, and I'm really excited about that. I have no idea what to expect, but yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.